a 3-hour game to get alcohol so you can get fucked up at a party. Hell yeah, that's what I call a good fucking plot. Mixtape is the only game that I've ever played where I wasn't actually sure if I was playing a game or just watching a movie at 3 frames per second. I actually really like the art style, but at times, it looks like I'm playing a mobile game. Mixtape is roughly 70% cutscenes, 20% flashback side quests, and 10% underage tongue fucking. The worst part about it is this was probably the best quality scene this game had to offer. And I'm not a freak, but if you stay for 60 seconds and make the tongues kiss, you get an achievement. I learned that after I already decided to stay for 60 seconds out of my free will. Mixtape is set in a small US town sometime in the 1990s. Looks pretty old to me. I mean, there's no cell phones, so can't really tell you what it should look like because a guy like me was still in my dad's ballsack in the 1990s, so I couldn't tell you exactly how it was. Mixtape follows the story of 3 friends and their last night together before they split up and go their separate ways. All 3 characters are pretty shallow in character sense. You've got the main character Stacy, just a girl who listens to music and brags about knowing the right song for every scenario. Then you got Cassandra, who is just trying to find herself and she has daddy issues. And Slater, your stereotypical stoner. Long hair, beanie, IQ very low, and one of the most disgusting mustaches I think I've ever seen in my entire life. However, he is the most likable character out of the 3. Coming back to the beginning, yes, the entire plot is just to get alcohol and get fucked up at a party on their last night. Honestly sounds like a pretty good time. But honestly, I think they were just on drugs the entire game. Flashbacks, present, I think they were on LSD the whole time. Half the flashbacks are just flying in the fucking air. And then when you're in the present, you're in flying fucking cars. And you can set off fireworks. I don't think they really actually needed this alcohol at all. Please tell me how Stacy is blowing up cars by giving them the middle finger. Please tell me. There is no way she's not on drugs. Honestly, fuck the main story. The flashbacks were the only good part of this game. The main story consists of being in one of the fucking main character's rooms or skateboarding. That is pretty much fucking it. The flashbacks were the best part of this game by far. You never knew what you were gonna do next. It was always just some random ass side quest, but every single side quest kept me entertained and I did have fun doing it. And who the fuck doesn't like side quests? That is what keeps life fun and exciting. I think I would put side quests over sex at this point. They just fucking hit. Okay, we gotta get into these side quests because they were just so good. You got a McDonald's run. Tunes cranked, windows down. I mean, all you can do in this scene is make the 3 of them headbang, but it was still kind of fun. The music was good. And this is some insider information, but every time you press the headbang button, your controller vibrates. So do with that information as you will. You get to ride a shopping cart through the fucking street?
Peter Griffin, and this is shopping cart roof shopping cart, guys.
You got rock skipping on the water? Who the fuck doesn't like rock skipping? And I know it's Pride Month, okay? I know it's Pride Month, but there were some stacked rocks in a rainbow. I had to hit him down, okay? I had to hit him down. Honestly, the game set me up for that one. It is not my fault. It was a one-time thing. You sneak into a dinosaur museum with probably the worst camera I've ever fucking seen? Was this really how bad the cameras were back in the 90s? That fucking sucks. And again, on the drugs, you start riding one of the dinosaurs. Just 3 fucking drug addicts. You got customizable doors. Flying, slushy making, leaf raking, and drunk shopping. Side quest after side quest after side quest. I actually quite enjoyed this part of the game. However, I like to hate on games, if you can really call this a game, because you really don't control your character much in these flashbacks. Majority of it's just cutscenes, and in the parts that you do control your character, if you fucking let go of your controller and did nothing, there would be absolutely no difference. Yes, you can control the character, but in most of these flashbacks, the game will just guide your character in the right direction anyways. And there's no real way to actually fail any of the flashbacks. The only failing I really saw is in the skateboarding. If you hit a car or you hit a wall, it'll just rewind you back a second. It was really hard to hate playing this game because they're playing music in your ear 24/7. It really does actually keep you in a good mood. Makes the game a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. If there was no music at all, this game would be absolutely terrible and you would be able to really focus on how shallow it actually is. But the music keeps you happy when you're playing it and you're not really focusing on how bad the story may actually be. This is really the only way I was able to get through the main story of skateboarding and cutscenes. Please, please do not buy this game for the skateboarding. It is not great. You're probably better off just playing Skate 3 and just putting Spotify on if you're hoping that the skateboarding was actually good in this game. That goes for the batting practice as well. You are much better off just playing the show. And in my case, I can't afford the show, so go play Super Mega Baseball 3. That is where it's fucking at. The main story is quite shallow compared to the flashbacks. However, by the end of the game, you do complete your mission of getting alcohol, getting fucked up at a party, setting fireworks off, burning down the entire party, and then again, your LSD kicks in and you're just fucking flying again. Honestly, pretty solid way to live life. Sounds like a pretty fun time to me. Mixtape was the best movie I have ever played. You know, it might have been the only movie I've ever played, but by default, that makes it the best one technically. Is this an IGN 10? Definitely fucking not. I cannot believe that. Are we serious? But did I enjoy this game more than I didn't? Yes, I did actually. And as much as I like to shit talk games, and I feel like I should be shit talking this one more than I did, I actually had a lot of fun playing the game. Like, is that a bad thing? I really don't know. You know, and the fact that there's probably more cutscenes than gameplay was not such a bad thing. I didn't have to do any fuckery or witchcraft to try and get a thumbnail for this game. All I had to do was just go through a little bit of footage and screenshot a cutscene that I like. Now that made a guy real happy. Mixtape was a very mellow game with a lot of older music that I've never listened to that I actually quite liked. And I love the super deep plot of 3 friends who want an underage drink. And for those reasons, I'm going to give Mixtape a rating of 6 out of 10. I was going to give it a 5 out of 10, but I really enjoyed that they gave me free reign to draw a cock on the door. So I think that did deserve 1 extra rating. You know what? If you like movies, but you don't really have the attention span to watch one, Mixtape might just be the game for you. Oh, and if you're like a pedo who wants to control 2 teenagers' tongues when they're kissing. But you have to be like a chill one, right? No non-chill pedos are allowed to play this game.